My name is David Ferrara, and I'm a partner with Schoeneck King in our Labor and Employment Department here in Syracuse, New York. Earlier today, I presented in our webinar, our weekly Tuesday webinars, on the implications of the Supreme Court's recent decision in Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health. And the thrust of the presentation, if you have time to look at it, deals with all the challenges, or at least some of the bigger challenges that you're going to be confronted with as an HR professional or as a business leader in your organization. It's inevitable that there's going to be confrontation among coworkers, managers, supervisors, et cetera, and even potentially your customers, which of course you want to avoid at all costs. As someone who was in high school when Roe versus Wade was passed, I have very, very good memories of the heated debates over the social issue that's presented. And when you're talking about religious and women's health concerns, of course, you're going to have high levels of anxiety, high levels of confrontation on both sides. And there's the economic implications of unwanted pregnancies adding extra pressure. So we think it's going to be a real powder keg that's going to have to be dealt with. A couple steps that you want to think about. And I talked about being proactive. What's the message from your company's top leader as to what our position is or your position is regarding certain issues that are going to be fall-offs from the court's decision? So encouraging you to get that message out, whatever that may be. Review your policies, all the policies implicating workforce behavior, clothing, harassment, relocation. You may have seen some companies have already taken a very open position. They will help reimburse employees who want to transport to other states to obtain an abortion if an abortion is not permissible in the state in which they work. So you want to look at those policies. You want to look at your leave of absence policy. You also want to have your benefit folks take a look at your insurance plans. Because if you're self-insured, you're not regulated by most states. But if you're in an insured plan, states can regulate, and 11 have already regulated to prohibit that plan from providing benefits in connection with an abortion. So there's going to be a lot of implications in that respect. Of course, there's some discrimination concerns you have to be aware of. Although federal law does not prohibit discrimination based on political expression, various state laws, including New York, have legislation that could be implicated. So I talked a good deal about that as well in the webinar. I also spoke about, the uncertainty that's going to develop around the issue of discrimination and discipline in your workforce. So you may be interested in that as well. And finally, I do think you're going to be exposed to a number of issues from states that are looking to prohibit abortion. There are statutes that also provide for civil penalties for aiding and abetting an individual in getting an abortion. So you're going to have to become aware of that. And obviously, it's going to fall, for the most part, on your senior leadership and your HR team. So if you have any questions, be happy to assist, or feel free to contact your BS&K lawyer that you typically deal with. As always, thank you for your partnership. We greatly appreciate our long-term clients. And of course, if you're a new client, we welcome you as well. Thank you.